Hey guys, this is your girl Bird, and I am back with an update on the Joann store closing in my area in Owings Mills, Maryland. All right, let's go in. I understand that all of the fabric is now 50% off. I gave you an update when the liquidators took over. Fabric was then 30%. Last week it was 40, now it's 50% in, 50% off. Let's go in and take a look around. This is the first thing that you see when you walk in. So there's specials for the week. You can see patterns now 60% off. Let's see, fabric 50% off, home decor 60% off, Christmas 60% off, fall floral, I don't use any of that, and remnants 70% off. So guys, let's take a look around. So I mentioned that you can't use any coupons, but the sales are now at a really good price. So the coupons really aren't a big deal. Just take a look down at the aisle. There is still a bunch of different types of fabric available. So if you're in the area, you definitely should come out. I'm guessing that the prices are going to drop to 60% off next week, but right now they're 50% off, and the good stuff will start to disappear. So let me take a look at the stuff that I've been keeping my eyes on. Now, the faux fur is something I am really interested in getting because it usually runs $31 a yard, 50% off, and it does not look like this section has shrunk at all. So there's still the same amount of fabric that was here literally starting December 1st when the store announced its closing. So I might take a gamble and not pick up any of this and see what happens if it's still available next week, because there's even more on the other side, including that really pretty purple faux fur. The 3D embroidered fabric that I shared with you before is still here. It has not moved at all. I'm not sure that I'm going to jump yet at 50% off, guys. I still think at 50% off, the 3D is $30 a yard, and so 50% off is $15 a yard. I can't speak for you, but that's still a little bit pricey for me. Now, I did not share this before, but there is velvet available. I've actually never purchased velvet here in Joann's, but it is here if you're looking for some holiday material for dresses for Christmas and New Year's, because they definitely have some of the velvet available. And let me see, the price point is really not too bad. So that one's $10 a yard, and this says it's velvet brocade, which is pretty darn cute, and it's crushed velvet. This is $19 a yard, so this is 60% off. Is a pretty decent deal. I do like working with crushed velvet because it's a lot easier to sew with versus just regular velvet. You can just wash it and go. You don't have to worry about all of the major problems that you have with other velvet when you need to sew on the nap. You still should, but it's a little bit easier to work with. And then let's take a look at this. These are fabrics that I never look at in here, but worth taking a look, especially when things are getting down to decent discounts like they are right now. Let's take a look. What is this? This is a brocade nylon, and it's $14 a yard. That's really pretty too, maybe for a special occasion. More of the 3D fabrics that are running at $50 a yard, and they are still here. So that's $25 a yard. Still a little bit out of my price range, so not yet ready to pick it up and take it to the cutting table. This one, I've shown this each time, and this one, you guys know, is definitely on my list. Keeping my fingers crossed. Pretty pieces over here as well. I'm also finding throughout the store a number of bolts that have been put out unwrapped. So I guess they are beginning to empty out their storage room. This is satin, and it's $10.99 a yard, and they have a couple different colors. So full bolts haven't been opened at all. And just a reminder, beginning December 8th, you have to do at least a minimum of 1 yard cut if you're going to purchase anything. The clearance section is looking pretty much the same way that it did a few days ago, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. There's already a long line. It's only 9 o'clock here. The store just opened, and there's a long line of folks at the cutting table. So if you're in the area and you are looking for some deals, you may at this point want to come and take a look. Now, for the first time, I am starting to see the shelves empty out. Just a few of them in the back, so it's starting to get real. The yarn department still pretty full with lots of different options available. And it says that the yarn is 30% off, but it actually might be a deeper discount than that. I will take a look. Patterns are all 60% off, and generally they run normally about $20, $21. So they're 60% off now, and the pattern drawers are still pretty full. So I'm going to keep my eye on here and wait for deeper discounts. But plenty patterns from Vogue, Butterick, McCall, Simplicity, Know Me, and the like. I talked about the serger threads before, and you can see that they have some available in different colors and lots of thread. Let me show you the Gutermann thread. Gutermann thread still 50% off, and fair share of that available. And so 50% off, what does that mean? So the 110 yards, $249, so you get 50% off that. Not a bad price at all. I like to get the really thick ones if I can, and I may actually pick up a couple of these. I'm looking for some of the darker colors. So if thread is something you need, there's still some to be had. So just remember that all sales are final, and you cannot return any of the items that you purchase here back to this store or any Joann store at all. Lots of cotton, quilting cotton, regular cotton as well. This is amazing, guys, but I am really super sad to see this Joann's close. They're only about 20 minutes, 10 minutes away from me, and that makes a huge difference when you're in the middle of a project and you need a thread that you don't have in your stash or a zipper. Hobby Lobby is close by, but it is really truly not the same. So it is what it is. Things don't last forever. So I mentioned earlier about the yarn. It's actually 40% off. Stay tuned, guys. I'll keep you posted on deeper discounts. Don't forget to subscribe, and I appreciate if you would just hit the like button. Thanks so much, and I'll talk soon. Bye-bye.